Very good morning, guys. Myself, Dr. K. Swarupa, Professor of Computer Science and Engineering Department, SV Colleges, Tirupati. In this session, I just wanted to discuss with you regarding Grid and Cloud Computing, Unit 4 contents. According to JNTUA, in the Unit 4 of GCC, we'll see about Globus Toolkit architecture and its configuration and some of the main components. And also as part of Unit 4, we'll look it into Hadoop framework. So from this entire Unit 4, by the end of this unit, the students will be able to apply grid computing techniques to solve large-scale scientific applications. In this video lecture, we'll see the discussion regarding Globus Toolkit architecture and also grid middleware packages. By this session, you will be able to explain GT4 architectures very clearly. GT4, it is a Globus toolkit. Basically, it is a software toolkit which has been developed by Globus Alliance. The purpose of GT4 is we can use actually for developing as well as for executing grid-based applications. Itself, it is supporting low-level services as well as some of high-level services which can be used to build grid applications. Globus Toolkit internally includes the major functions related to resource monitoring, discovering the service, job submission infrastructure, security infrastructure, and data management services. Basically, it is an implementation of Open Grid Service Architecture. GT4 is actually consisting of several software components. These are all components are classified into these 5 categories. So it is basically focusing on web services, but still it is also supporting non-web services also. The GT4 components, the first one we'll see into common runtime. As the name it is indicating here, common runtime component, it provides basically the set of all basic fundamental libraries so that these tools are very much useful when we are running web services and non-web services. So any kind of web services, if you wanted to provide or run in an executable environment just like our GT4, this component is very much useful. So irrespective of the service, whether it is web service or non-web kind of services, commonly any client is expecting certain levels of security. So the grid security infrastructure, we'll name it as GSI, is a component which is specifically made to provide and make sure that our communications are very much securable with GT4. And a grid itself, we know that it is basically provided to handle very huge large set of data. So this all data, large set of data management will be done by using the third data management component. So not only that, even when an application it wanted to retrieve any heterogeneous resources, that too virtual accessibility through the grid, how to monitor it, where it is available, how to discover it from the grid infrastructure. These are all things are managed by information services component. And at last, the fifth category is execution management. So parallelly in a grid environment or GT4 architecture, a lot of applications are going to be running. So all the applications are simultaneously and individually it has to be run. So such kind of all executions are mandatorily required scheduling and coordination between the executable applications. So all jobs simultaneously to get its own execution, we need definitely a component which we call actually execution management component of GT4. This is about the GT4 components. And finally, this is the figure which we can look at into the architecture. This is a version 4 architecture for the GT. And if you look at into this figure, the topmost level, all components are WS component. And if you look at here, the below one, starting from pre-WS authentication and the authorization, these are non-WS components. As we discussed already, GT4 is supporting not only for WS and also it is supporting non-WS components executable environment. Irrespective of this component, these five components of GT4 is commonly available to provide security, manage the data, to get execution, to provide the information service as well as common runtime. And in this figure, so three various categories of presentations we have used. The first one, the core GT component, which is talking about the public interface present between the incremental releases. And the second one, the dotted rectangle, it is a contributor technical review and also supporting for public interfaces may change between the increments. And at last, the deprecated component, which is not supported in future, maybe it is dropped, but still it is supporting for monitoring and discovering. So this is what MDS2. So these are all WS components are providing for executing such kind of grid applications in this area. Whereas this below one, all non-kind of WS components are also supporting to run our grid application. So this is what our overall GT4 architecture. And not only these components and some of additional components also available in further GT4 or GT further versions. And see, the next thing is regarding grid middleware. So grid middleware. So this middleware is lies between grid hardware and also software. So that it which can be able to provide different kind of services. So we can say the technical definition of grid middleware is a specially designed layer between hardware and software that is exactly enables the sharing of heterogeneous resources and managing the virtual organizations created around the grid. So this middleware is a software layer. Actually, it is connecting the different kind of software components. Simply, we can understand like it is lies between the OS and other grid applications. So the majorly the grid middleware providing services are listed out here. These are only few. Some more also there. See, the report process management, remotely any kind of application is supported to run and to connect with the grid hardware and storage allocation. Yes, we can store a lot of the data here and through this intermediary of grid middleware and resources can be allocated virtually and we can reserve the resource which is very much priority for the client and also provides the security and definitely it is a quality of service is going to be provided for any kind of application through this grid middleware. So few of the popular grid middlewares which we are actually frequently utilizing is listed out here. The first one is Bonic, Berkeley Open Infrastructure for Network Computing. Next one is Unicode, which is also a middleware developed by German grid computing community. And here GT4, most frequently used one, which we discussed just now, which is a middleware library that has been jointly developed by Argino National Laboratories and University of Chicago and some of US information funding agencies, which has been funded by DARPA and NSF, Defense Advanced Research Project Agency and National Science Foundation. And fourth one is CZSP, which is a China grid. So fifth one is Condor G. Originally, it has been developed by University of Wisconsin for general distributed computing applications, and later it has been also extended to Condor Z. So this is specifically designed for grid job management. The G for grid job management. And the last but one, which is a Sun Grid Engine SGE, which is developed by Sun Microsystems and which is used for business grid applications. Most of the private grids and local clusters actually utilizing this type of SGE grids. And the last one is G-Lite, which is a framework actually we are using for building the grid applications here, which will be taken majorly the consideration of power of distributed computing applications and storage applications over the internet. These seven are the most popular grid middleware packages.